god, toy fans of the world, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing a Transformer review, and I never do these, but this is one of those rare occasions that I really feel like I need to do it. Meet Rodimus Unicronus from the Power of the Prime series, a Transformer Generation series that is incredibly cool looking. I am a huge Rodimus Prime fan. I got the regular figure on my own, but thank you so much, Leo, for sending me this one. This is one I have not found in stores yet. He's a leader class figure, so he's fairly large in comparison to a lot of the other toys that have come out. I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I'm like a huge Transformer buff. I am not. I only collect here and there. I could be pronouncing his name completely wrong. I've seen it being pronounced different ways online. I love this art. I think he looks so incredibly badass. If you're not aware about this figure, you have the option of either having him displayed as Rodimus, or if you want to have him as Hot Rod, or like the evil version of Hot Rod, which is called Nemesis Hot Rod. Even cooler is he comes with his own Matrix, or his own evil version of a Matrix. There's only a small bio on the back, but it reads, when the heroic Hot Rod is corrupted by the Matrix of Chaos, he evolves into Rodimus Unicronus, a servant of evil driven by a sole purpose, destroy the Matrix of leadership. If you've read the comic books, you know that there's alternate universes that have been introduced, one of which is the Shattered Glass universe, where the Autobots are the bad guys and the Decepticons are the good guys. This is somewhat kind of based on that. But enough about all that and the packaging. I want to open this up. Oh my god, this guy is so incredibly cool looking. His Matrix of Chaos is pretty cool looking. He comes with his own card, which on the back it says that his name is Rodimus Quintus Unicronus. Extracts energon from planets so new life cannot grow. He also comes with thorough instructions, which I am going to need because I have absolutely no idea how to properly transform him. But before I even get to that, let's just look at this guy and appreciate how really cool he looks. We'll ignore the backside and this big open gap. One of the pluses about this Rodimus is that he connects with his trailer. He's not the first one to do that, but still, I do like this mold a lot more, so that's why I was more interested in getting this one. The sticker placement is not the best. In fact, I can see these peeling off very soon. But some of the other decals are pretty impressive. I like how this looks. Same thing with the back trailer portion. I do like that one as well. The only thing that I'm not so impressed with, and this is the same thing with the regular Rodimus, is the shoulder pieces. There's an upgrade where you can buy some pieces just to put on here so it looks like his shoulders look a little better, which I do have them, and I'll show that later on, but still, it's the only thing I'm not too impressed with. I have a mustache goatee thing, and according to Spock in the Mirror Universe in Star Trek, that makes me evil. In Robot Mode, he has tons of articulation, and I'm really loving how you can pose him in a lot of different ways. Before I transform him, let's look at his full articulation in his Rodimus mode. Obviously, you can move his head around, upper shoulder movement, he can move his elbow around a lot, his wrist moves a lot, he has upper waist joints, thigh movement, knee movement, and ankle movement. All in all, cool figure just in this transformation. The joints are somewhat weak in his knees, but that's about the only minor problem I can find. He has two guns that form into one big one, but if you want to, you can have him have both in one different hand, and then bam, bada bing, you can do it like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and transform him, and let's get rid of these guns briefly, and we're going to take off these arms. Next, lift up this chest. And we just have a standard empty body shell. So first I'll transform the trailer. Push the fin upwards, push the legs together so they insert like that. Lift up the little belt thingy. Next we're gonna bend this downwards and close this. Closing it like that. Then over to Rodimus's body, which this is a little bit more self-explanatory because you can kind of put some of the pieces in place without even really thinking about it. Move the top headboard piece so that it actually kind of slips in to some of the slots that it's easily guided into. You can see that now he is his Hot Rod car persona. Now, remember his arms are also part of this. Then you want to push them together. There are two little slots here. Of course, these need to be aligned a bit more. Bam, bada bing. Put these pieces out like this. They kind of sort of connect. Not exactly, but kind of sort of. And do that on both sides. And here is the future Rodimus Unicronus truck form, or Winnebago form, as some people like to joke about. I put the guns on the top too. I admit I did a little bit of this off camera because it wasn't quite so easy to put the little pegs into the slots that are available. And some people online make it seem like it's so easy to do, but for me it was a bit more difficult. But still, I do like the finished completed form here. here. There are some added pieces you can add right here where it covers up his hands. I did not get that piece because, honestly, I'm never going to have him displayed like this. In fact, I'm going to have him displayed in his robotic form, so that's why I bought the other pieces instead. But still, I think this is pretty darn cool. By the way, I forgot to show this, but this is the hot rod version of this Rodimus Prime, where you don't have the truck accessories added to him, and this is the form of him before he gets the Matrix of Leadership, or in this case, the Matrix of Chaos. I know most people probably won't display him like this, but I do like the Nemesis hot rod version of him. Most likely, I will have him with the rest of his accessories, so he'll have his Rodimus form, but still, this is pretty awesome. Okay, so I transformed Evil Rodimus back into his full form here, but this is just so I could show the extra shoulder pieces that I bought online. You can get these on Etsy or on eBay or in certain Transformer forums as well. It's not really much of an upgrade, but still I think it adds a little bit to it. I'll show the pieces real quickly. I mean, it goes in fairly simple. In fact, these are 3D printed pieces that look like they were form fitted specifically just so they can go into these little slots, and I gotta admit, it's much easier than the actual pieces that Hasbro put in for the transformation pieces. And if you look at it right here, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not a huge improvement, and like I said, it's not like a huge upgrade or anything, but still, I do like the way that looks a lot more. Here's a comparison next to the heroic Rodimus Prime from the Power of Prime series as well. I got the shoulder pieces for him also. Another little comparison, here's the Optimus Prime from this Power of Prime series, just so you can see a comparison next to the two. Alright, last shot, I just want to show a couple of my other Rodimus Primes next to my Rodimus Prime Unicronus. I think he's a really cool figure. He is a bit difficult to transform here and there. You gotta put a little bit of effort into it, but I think that's true with most Transformers today. So there's nothing really that big of a deal about it, and I do love how he looks overall. The shoulder thing is the only minor little tiny thing I didn't like about him. Otherwise, though, he is a great sculpt. Leo, thank you so much for getting me this guy. I'm going to be giving him a great home with the few Transformers I do have. Thank you guys for watching me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, the Master, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Little side note, Rodimus Prime was the first Transformer toy ever given to me back when I was a little pup, so I was really excited to find out that there was going to be some new Rodimus Primes released, and one of the evil versions from the Shattered Glass universe. I know there's been other versions of him released, but this is the first one that was really mainstream enough for me to be able to get him in stores, so this to me is something that's a big deal.